Today we will study about the stomach. The stomach is a muscular hollow organ in the upper gastrointestinal tract of humans and many other animals, including several invertebrates. The stomach has a dilated structure and functions as a vital organ in the digestive system. The stomach is involved in the gastric phase of digestion, following the cephalic phase in which the sight and smell of the food and the act of chewing are stimuli. In the stomach, a chemical breakdown of food takes place by means of secreted digestive enzymes and gastric acid. The stomach is located between the esophagus and the small intestine. The pyloric sphincter controls the passage of partially digested food from the stomach into the duodenum, the first and the shortest part of the small intestine, where peristalsis takes over to move this through the rest of the intestine. The structure of the stomach, showing the parts of the stomach. In the human digestive system, the stomach lies between the esophagus and the duodenum, the first part of the small intestine. It is in the left upper quadrant of the abdominal cavity. The top of the stomach lies against the diaphragm lining. Behind the stomach is the pancreas. A large double fold of a vesical peritoneum called the greater omentum hangs down from the greater curvature of the stomach. The two sphincters keep the content of the stomach continued. The lower esophageal sphincter found in the cardiac region at the junction of the esophagus and the stomach, and the pyloric sphincter at the junction of the stomach with the duodenum. The stomach is surrounded by parasympathetic inhibitors and sympathetic stimulant plexus, network of the blood vessels and nerves in the anterior gastric, posterior, superior and inferior celiac and mesenteric, which regulates both the secretory activity of the stomach and the motor motion activity of its muscle. The stomach is distendable and can normally expand to hold about 1 liter of food. In a newborn human baby, the stomach will only be able to hold up to 30 milliliters. The maximum stomach volume in adult is between 2 to 4 liters, although volume up to 15 liters have been observed in extreme obese circumstances. The human stomach can be divided into four sections, beginning at the cardiac, followed by the fundus, the body, and the pylorus. The gastric cardiac is where the contents of the esophagus empty from the gastroesophageal sphincter into the cardiac orifice. The opening into the gastric cardiac. A cardiac notch at the left of the cardiac orifice marks the beginning of the greater curvature of the stomach. A horizontal line across from the cardiac notch gives the dome-shaped region called the fundus. The cardiac is a very small region of the stomach that surrounds the esophageal opening. Fundus is derived from the Latin word bottom, is formed in the upper curved part. The body or corpus is the main central region of the stomach. The pylorus opens to the body of the stomach. The pylorus is derived from the Greek word which means gatekeeper, connects the stomach to the duodenum at the pyloric sphincter. The cardia is defined as the region following the Z line of the gastroesophageal junction, the point at which the epithelium changes from sterified squamous to columnar near the cardiac is the lower esophageal sphincter. Anatomical proximity. The stomach bed refers to the structure upon which the stomach rests in mammals. These include the tail of the pancreas, splenic artery, left kidney, left suprarenal gland, transverse colon, and its mesocolon, and the left of the diaphragm and the left colic plexus. Blood supply to the stomach. Left gastric artery, spleen, short gastric arteries, splenic artery, celiac trunk, gastroduodenal artery. Schematic image of the blood supply to the human stomach. Left and right gastric artery, left and right gasoileophilic artery, and short gastric arteries. The curvature of the human stomach is supplied by the right gastric artery inferiorly and the left gastric artery superiorly, which also supplies the cardiac region. Supplied by the right gastroileophatic artery inferiorly and the left gastroileophilic artery superiorly. The fundus of the stomach and also the upper portion of the greater curvature is supplied by the short gastric arteries, which arises from the splenic artery. Layers of the stomach wall: mucosa, submucosa, muscle layer, and serosa. Gastrointestinal walls of the human stomach: esophagus, pylorus, duodenum, fundus, raphe. Part of the gastrointestinal wall. The human stomach wall from inner to outer consists of a mucosa, submucosa, muscle layer, submucosa, and serosa. Stomach wall is the gastric mucosa, a mucous membrane that forms the lining of the stomach. Layer of columnar epithelium and a thinner layer of smooth muscles called the muscular mucosa. Lies the submucosa, consisting of fiber connective tissues. Mesenteric plexus is in this layer interior to the oblique muscle layer. Lies the muscular layer. It consists of 3 layers of muscular fibers with the fibers lining at angles to each other. These are the inner oblique, middle circular, and outer longitudinal layers. Oblique layers is distant from the other parts of the gastrointestinal tract, which do not possess this layer. Consist the thickened mucosal layer consisting of 3 layers, thus maximus peristalsis occur here. Oblique layer. This layer is responsible for creating the motion that crunch and physically break down the food. It is the only layer of the 3 which is not seen in other parts of the digestive system. Skin cells in its walls and performs more forceful contraction than the fundus. Layer. At this layer, the pylorus is surrounded by a thickened circular muscles wall, which is normally technically constructed, forming a functional, if not autonomically, pyloric sphincter, which controls the movements of chyme into the duodenum. This layer is connected to the longitudinal axis of the stomach. Is found between the outer longitudinal and the middle circular layer and is responsible for the intervention of both, causing peristalsis and mixing. Is responsible for moving the semi-digested food towards the pylorus of the stomach through muscular shortening. Muscular layer lies a serosa consisting of a layer of connective tissue continuous with the peritoneum. Along the inside of the lesser curvature forms a pathway, the gastric canal, that fast-trains liquids entering the stomach to the pylorus. Stomach. The stomach's primary function is to aid in digestion by shortening food, mixing it with digestive juices, and interacting the breakdown of proteins, ultimately preparing it for future processing in the small intestine. Acts as a temporary reservoir for food, holding it for several hours to allow for effective digestion and absorption. The stomach's muscles wall mix the food with gastric juices, breaking it down into a semi-liquid form called chyme. Gastric juices. The stomach secretes hydrochloric acid, which creates an acid environment necessary for the activation of digestive enzymes and enzymes like pepsin, which begins the breakdown of proteins. In digestion initiation. The stomach initiates the chemical digestion of the proteins by using pepsin and hydrochloric acid to break down large protein molecules into smaller peptides. Stage. The stomach regulates the rate at which chyme is released into the small intestine, ensuring optimal digestion and absorption. Lining has a protective layer of mucosa that prevents it from being damaged by the strong acids and enzymes it produces. The absorption in the human digestive system is mainly a function of the small intestine. Some absorption of certain small molecules in the stomach through its lining. This include water if the body is dehydrated, medications such as aspirin, amino acids, 10 to 20% of indigested ethanol, example from alcoholic beverages, caffeine. To a small extent, water soluble vitamins, most are absorbed in the small intestine. The partially cells of the human stomach are responsible for producing intestinic factors, which is necessary for the absorption of vitamin B12.